Hey y'all, so today the topic is romanticize life. So, when you can, I don't want to say program, but I'm gonna say program, but like when you have this different perspective on life and you opened your mind to multiple multiple perspectives, it's like, wow, I can really like be alone and develop my solitude or whatever level you are on spending time with yourself, like elevate your solitude or just starting to gradually enjoy your time being by yourself and exploring yourself, right? Because this is very important. Like, this is like the foundation of you falling in love with yourself. But I feel as though kind of the only way to fall in love with yourself and figure out who you are as an individual and develop your own personal unique identity is to develop your own solitude. That's my personal opinion. Some people will say otherwise, but I really don't care. That is my opinion. However, I would say when you develop this perspective and you have this like, oh, experience of like, wow, I really love being alone. That sounds crazy to some people that might be watching this, but in reality, when you can say that, you're not depending on anybody but yourself, and that is such a strong, beautiful thing to have in this lifetime and also in the world that we live in today, right? So, when you can do that, there is this perspective where it's like, oh, I can really like be alone, laugh, joke, talk to myself. Like, there's nothing wrong with talking to yourself. Like, there is totally nothing wrong. Like, the most people with so much death, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, death. It feels like English. English is not my first language for some reason. I don't know why. Because I'm not from here. That's probably why. Um, I'm dead ass though, um, but yeah, it just feels like being alone and enjoying yourself, laughing and having all these light emotions, like I like to say, feeling this joy, even bliss, maybe happiness, excitement, joyfulness, and everything like that, and everything in between that makes you elevate in frequency, right? And makes your energy vibrant in your aura as well. It's like, wow, I can have this perspective where it's like I can romanticize my life. And that is another way to emphasize that main character energy. So it also makes you develop an effect that you know your worth. And when you end up enjoying yourself, you become what you want to attract. So, say if you do all this work on yourself, eventually the universe is going to send somebody your way where it's like, they they are like that because you are like that because you did the work and you enjoy your solitude and you enjoy being alone, and there's nothing wrong with being alone. We might feel lonely sometimes, but you are never alone. Just to have that sidebar in there, you are never alone. And when you have that epiphany, and I feel like when you open your mind where it's like there's no limitations to what you can think, what you can do, what you can feel, what you can take on, that is literally a superpower that everyone has, but they need to put in the work and don't have any doubt or any fear what they can unlock within, because people are so powerful. Some people just don't even know, or just people are just very ignorant to the fact of how powerful they are. Some people just accept who they are, which is cool to a certain extent, but they don't know how powerful they could really be if their mind wasn't as limited as they know. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just like some people like accept who they are, right? And they feel like they can't change. And that limitates your thinking, who you are as an individual, what you could potentially be, that like shuts out all your potential. And you put yourself in this box. And I know the people that are ignorant to the things that I'm saying and have a limited mind that might go over their head because they're not awake. And, people wake up at their certain rates whenever. That's a sidebar. But when you wake up, it's just like, bro, you're just so powerful. Like, we're all equal, okay, whatever. However, but like, as an individual, when you realize your worth, the time you spend alone, which is the cost to figuring out the effect, which is your worth, your solitude, and how powerful you are as an individual, it's just like there's no stopping that. Like, you are very powerful, and I'm not just saying that to boost your head, but these are facts. Like, I would not say something that is not true, okay? That's not me. I am very blunt, okay? And the way I, project it in my personal way. However, everyone is different. But back to the topic at hand. If you can romanticize your life and open your brain to that perspective of like, oh, there is nothing wrong with being alone. There is nothing wrong with enjoying my own time, enjoying my space, boosting up my aura, doing what I have to do, put myself first. And that will boost your worth, and also you become who you want to attract, because those qualities in you that you implement in yourself with discipline or with love and unconditional love, that will be placed in something else. No, it will project and it will reflect the people that you attract within, not within, but externally. So let me say that again. The people that you attract, they are going to reflect who you are as an individual, because you are what you attract, right? So you attract, most of the time, I'm not gonna say all the time, because when you're at a high frequency, there is people that are going to be gravitating to you that aren't on that frequency. They're going to be like, whoa, what is that light? Like a fly, And there's just those people that might be energy vampires. Boop, de boop, de boop. But we're not talking about that. That's another sidebar. I do have a video on energy vampires. Check that out. However, it's just like when you attract somebody that is a reflection of you and y'all are aligned, don't ignore the signs. If y'all align, don't ignore the signs. Don't make it complicated. Some people out here making it more complicated than it has to be, but that's their own journey. You can't lead the horse and then make them drink the water, right? Lead the horse to drink the water. You can't make them drink the water. They have to figure it out by themselves, okay? We can't make them drink the water. That is force. We don't do that because we surrender to the flow. But you just gotta let people rock, you know what I'm saying? And that's gonna be on them at the end of the day. However, I digress on that. However, yes, have this perspective, you can romanticize your life. And when you can romanticize your life, you really don't attach yourself to anything, but you're connected to everything, right? And I feel like when you have that mindset, that perspective, and that epiphany, and you put into action, then the world is your oyster. So that goes to say, romanticize your life. Have that time alone. Literally the other day, I went to the park. It's this little circle, and right in the middle of the circle, it was a really beautiful day outside. Just to give you perspective, it was like 70s. The sun was out, no clouds. This whole weekend has been very nice. And like a little cool little breeze. When I tell you, I laid my blanket down, started messing with my computer with the little music. Bro, I fell asleep in that side. And like, bro, I was by myself. Like, I knew I was like mapping out this whole thing, having like foreshadow moments and visuals playing in my head while I'm like in class. Like, I'm really about to go to the park and like just do my own thing. And I did just that. And I fell asleep in the sun, bro. I'm not gonna lie, that was some good sleep, but I didn't even notice I fell asleep. So, yeah, that goes to say, spend time alone. You'll learn naturally how to romanticize life. Take yourself out, do what you want to do, and treat yourself the way you want people to treat you, because then you'll definitely develop and figure out how you're supposed to be treated. Like, let's be for real. You are the main character, and that's how your life should be from your eyes, right? So be yourself, figure out who you are. Don't be scared. Don't doubt. No fear. Do what you want to do. Face those fears. Like, you're just so powerful and you don't even know. The only way to find out is to figure out by yourself, spend time by yourself. I mean, there's other ways to figure that out, but I feel like the most effective and rawest way is to just like be alone, like, and be bored, like, with yourself, and be able to have that connection with your mind, body, and soul, where it's like you can be in full control of those things, and those things will love you unconditionally, and you have to be able to show that unconditional love back to those aspects of yourself so they can show it back to you. Everything is about cause and effect, and you are a reflection of what you attract. So do what's best for you. All right, guys. Well, I'm about to hit the hay. It's been a long day. Spitting bars on this Wednesday. Oof. Okay, that's enough. Okay, well, I know you guys had a great day. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't make things as complicated as they need to be, bro. Just surrender to the flow and don't ignore the signs. If you're aligned, let it ride. You know what I'm saying? So don't make it complicated. All right. Bye, y'all. Ooh, this way.